Lotus Eaters covered it like this: the stabbings were treated like a natural disaster, normal event. So sad, thoughts and prayers. When the people protested, they were called thugs that would feel the full force of the law. The UK has been coddling criminals and migrants for a very long time. And it makes me happy that people have finally gotten to the point of being so sick of it that they're actually doing something about it. Source, thank you, Murphy. Oh, a fucking Sargon right below it. For top comment, man. This is the worst possible statement delivered in the worst possible way. Starmer sounds like he is part of an army of occupation, not the legitimate prime minister of the country. Today is the first day that I have heard the name Starmer. Prime Minister Keir Starmer? Who the fuck is this guy? I thought I like at least vaguely knew what was happening in the UK. When did he get voted in recently? Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I had no idea. Sargon's been bashing him for years. Elected a month ago? What the fuck? Starmer's been part of Labour for a while?
Those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law. The police will be making arrests. Individuals will be held on remand. Charges will follow. And convictions will follow.
He looks as shocked to be on camera as Kirsche is to learn about him. That's true!
I guarantee you will regret taking part in this disorder, whether directly or those whipping up this action online and then running away themselves. This is not protest. It is organised, violent thuggery.
Yeah, we have to keep you guys browbeaten. How else are we going to keep importing people to your country that you don't want here? You just got to shut up and take it. You can't riot against us.
And it has no place on our streets or online. Right now, there are attacks happening on a hotel in Rotherham. Marauding gangs intent on law-breaking, or worse.
Yeah, I feel like there's worse roving gangs in Rotherham you might have to worry about. Maybe? Potentially?
Windows smashed. Fire set ablaze. Residents and staff in absolute fear.
Good.
There is no justification, none, for taking this action. And all right-minded people should be condemning this sort of violence.
I condemn the sort of violence that comes from the government to its actual citizenry, honestly.
People in this country have a right to be safe. And yet...
They do! You're making them unsafe! Oh, man. This whole speech is a NIMBYism. It's not a problem until it comes to their backyard. You know it never will. They're all insulated from this. They are the elite ruling class, and you are the chattel who will deal with their decisions.
A real pet.
We've seen Muslim communities targeted, attacks on mosques, other minority communities singled out, Nazi salutes in the street, attacks on the police, wanton violence alongside racist rhetoric. So no, I won't shy away from calling it what it is.
You know, I just don't trust any European or American politicians when they talk about racist rhetoric anymore. Like, it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other, because whenever they say racist rhetoric, you know what they mean is, you guys are saying things that are grounded in reality and we don't like that, so we're gonna call you racist to make you shut the fuck up.
Far-right thuggery. To those who feel targeted because of the colour of your skin or your faith, I know how frightening this must be. I want you to know that this violent mob do not represent our country, and we will bring them to justice.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy that he's just like, let's ignore the actual citizens and let's talk directly to people who have been causing harm here for decades. Oh my god, look at him smiling. What a piece of shit.
Our police deserve our support as they tackle any and all violent disorder that flares up. Whatever the apparent cause or motivation, we make no distinction. Crime is crime, and this government will tackle it. Thank you. So, 2 questions, Rob.
Yes, we've seen
Can't hear that guy asking a question at all.
success, and what more can the government do to stop this?
Well, as a government, we've had meetings all weekend and in the latter part of last week with law enforcement, with police, to make sure the necessary support and arrangements are in place. We do have standing arrangements for law enforcement, which means that we can get arrests, charged, remands in custody and convictions done very quickly. I myself was part of that in 2011 when I was Director of Public Prosecutions, and I'm determined we will do whatever it takes to bring these thugs to justice as quickly as possible.
Do you believe everyone that is taking part in this disorder is part of the far right? And do any of the scenes we are seeing at the moment give you pause for thought about divisions in the country or how you approach other broader domestic policy areas?
If you target people because of the colour of their skin or their faith, then that is far right.
You cannot hide behind that rhetoric forever. You can call these people Asians all you want. You can stop reporting crime statistics all you want because you're worried it will make people racist. No matter how much you try to obfuscate the truth of the matter, it's not going to change what is actually happening.
And I'm prepared to say so. But it doesn't matter what apparent motivation there is. This is violence. It is not protest. It doesn't matter what the motivation is.
You know, if you listen to this and you're like in an alternate universe, he would actually sound based, right? He would sound like he's standing up for his citizenry. And he wants the thugs who have been committing crimes against them for who they are for years to finally have repercussions. It's a shame we live in fucking clown world, ain't it?
The motivation for the vast majority of people in this country is to see their streets safe. And that's what I'm determined that we will deliver. Thank you.
Prime Minister, is it possible that tougher sentences could be given out to rioters, as they were in 2011, to act as a deterrent?
I think there needs to be the full force of the law. And I think it needs to be swift. What happened in 2011 was that we were able to see individuals who took part in violence, arrested, charged, remanded and convicted very swiftly. Standing arrangements are in place for that, and we will do whatever it takes to ensure that the message is absolutely clear that if you're taking part in this violence, you will regret it and you'll be brought to justice as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.
My hope here, I've heard you guys say that they have been like burning down like police stations and shit. Hopefully, they are not targeting like our summer of love, right? I don't want to see like innocent people's businesses get fucking burned down and shit. But if they're police stations, fucking burn that shit down. If they are like the hotels that colluded to keep people here that shouldn't be, that's why, you know, I can understand. Help. They're far right. They got Pepe the Frog profile pics and they disagree with us. I feel like rioting is definitely a pent-up anger way to deal with this if you're targeting the correct structures out of it. But it's also the government is going to try and come down on you just as hard, if not harder, than what happened with like the January 6th people. If you want like an actual kind of change, I don't know how much rioting is going to specifically do for it, unfortunately. Because they're just going to parade you around as like, look, you can't do this and we're going to ruin your entire life if you try. If the establishment is corrupt, you have to remove the establishment? Yes. Yes. I agree with that. I can't say what removing the establishment would entail, but I mean, yo, V for Vendetta is a pretty good movie. What if you make practical suggestions? The glowies would whisk you away. That's true. That's why you just have to do a glowy dance. You have to smile and pretend to not know how to fix things. I don't know. I'm just a silly fox woman. I don't know how to fix things. The English locals are looting stores, unfortunately. See, that's not good, right? Like, if you're actually trying to enact, like, some kind of political ramification change, if there are people doing that, that is detrimental to the cause. Like, again, look at America's Summer of Love. Anyone with half a brain said that Black Lives Matter and Antifa were the bad people in these situations. They were burning down local businesses. They were looting things for themselves. There were people who were murdered during these. They were all bad. They didn't tackle any of the issues that these people claim to have. Just do what Biden does and start making up stories. They misunderstand. The local looting is normal in Birmingham. What the fuck?